Hi everyone, my name is Julie. Thank you so much for watching. Welcome to the summer soiree. What? I don't know. I was just coming up with names and I thought it sounded nice. You guys know this is my new project pan. I have just filmed my spring finale and I went through my collection and I was thinking about all the different things that not only are getting older in my collection, but also things that I want to use for spring and summer, and particularly like when it gets really hot here in the summer. This is my first time living below the Mason-Dixon in the United States, and I think my makeup preferences are going to change a little bit. And so I'm trying to take that into account of the things that I chose. So let's dive in. This is my intro video, so I'm going to just have some marks on some of these products where I am now, and then we'll move through them and hopefully finish them up. This project does start today because summer officially starts June 20th. I'm filming this a few days before, but I'll start this on the 21st, and then it ends September 20th because that's the last day of summer. But you might not see that finale video until September 22nd just because of my filming schedule. So let's dive into these new products, and I'm so excited about them. The first thing I want to show you is this Too Faced Primed and Peachy Cooling Matte Primer. Alright, so it is a brand new bottle. There's no marks to make. I don't even think I've used this, and if I've used this, it's been like once or twice. Maybe. I chose this one because of two words that it says. Cooling and matte. So, I need cooling stuff. I am hot. I am feeling the burn. And I want something a little bit matte. I don't mind some glow, but I know I'm going to be creating my own glow this summer. So I thought that this would be a good one for me to try. It is just like a little sample size of it. It's, was it 0.67 fluid ounces or 20 milliliters? But it looks big. Like, doesn't that, I mean, like, that looks big. So I know like it's really that big, but still, it's like the size of my palm. I do find that I don't go through primers super fast because, you know, you just really need a little bit to keep your foundation from moving around. But I want to give this a try and use it up. Cooling, matte, I'm down. The second is a foundation. This is one that I pulled. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation, and I pulled this because it has SPF 15 in it. I have used it a couple times already, so I'm going to say I'm starting there. Maybe slightly higher, maybe slightly lower, but I thought that that was a good mark to start with to see how it goes. I bought this because I should have bought it in Europe. I visited London with a girlfriend and she bought this foundation and it looks so good on her. And I should have just purchased it then, but I didn't. I have it in the shade 6. It says shade medium. It's really more of a light medium to light, but I love it. I think it is absolutely fantastic. It's a medium coverage foundation, and it's really even a light medium. It doesn't have quite as much moisture as, say, like a tinted moisturizer, but it gives just a smidge more coverage than that. I really like this one. I think the glow it gives my skin is absolutely stunning. I really feel like it meshes really well on my skin, and it lasts like a really good long time. It's not one where if I work at Ulta, like it's going to be off at the end of my shift after end of 8 hours, like it's still looking fresh. And it still looks, it has a little dewiness to it, but not too much. It's really more of like a satin finish to it. I like this, and I'm going to be excited to work my way through this. It's also a stinking expensive. So I chose this one. It's got the SPF in it. It also expires this summer, so it'd be nice to get some use out of this before that SPF goes bad. I did pick up a powder, and I was having a hard time picking a powder because I have so many minis, and I was thinking, you know what, should I just use a mini? Should I not use a mini? Like, how am I feeling about this? And I decided that for this summer, I was actually going to try a Lorac powder. I've had this in my collection forever. I bought it when I first worked at Ulta in Tacoma, Washington, and I've used it in like advent calendars, but I haven't really used it since. This is the Baked Perfecting Powder in the shade PF2 Light. That is the shade of it. It is perhaps a smidge light for me, but I remember when I tried this, it had like almost like a mattifying effect to the powder. You can see there, it does match pretty well. It's not super off, and I was just thinking that this would create like a nice pore filling, I'm hoping a bit mattifying powder to my skin. I remember loving this when I tested it, so I'm excited to give it some more love. My goal is not to finish this entire powder because that would be a lot. My goal, you can see the dome on it. I want to get rid of that dome. I want that dome to be flat. And if I can do that, I feel pretty good about it. There's a significant amount of product in here. We're still looking at 9 grams. It's not the biggest powder I have, but it's not the smallest powder I have either. So I'm excited to give that a go, and if I can get rid of that dome, I'd be happy. Okay, another one. I know this is gonna sound crazy, but this is the Tarte color wheel. Do you guys remember this from holiday? This is probably 4 years old. I remember I got this shipped to Germany, I believe. And it has so many fun blushes in here. Look at that. There are 10 blushes in here. I've had this in my collection. I haven't really used them very much. However, I was trying to think, should I pull in another powder product? Like, should I pull in a bronzer or a blush or a highlight or anything like that? But my bronzer and highlights are kind of covered by other project pans right now. So I decided, let's pull in some blushes. And this is the side I decided to work on. Now, there are 5 shades in here. And I do not want to. I'm not crazy. I know in 3 months, I'm not going to be able to finish this. Like, that would just be ridiculous, right? I want to get 30 uses out of this entire thing. So if 30 uses is my goal, divided by 5, if I can use each of these shades 6 times, I will feel really good about that. So I'm not saying that I have to use each one 6 times, because I don't know, this one, the Idol, isn't really my jam, but I thought, like Culture, Surreal, Deco, and Mod would be kind of nice for summer, especially this Surreal shade and Deco shade. They're like these bright pops. Culture's a little bit more like Better Than Sex because it has that, not Better Than Sex, what is it called? Orgasm. It's similar to Orgasm because it got those gold flecks in it. So I just thought that'd be nice to kind of play with and see the looks I can get out of this. I haven't spent too much time in this palette. I believe this was also in an advent calendar, and I remember enjoying the shades. So but I think I mostly did like the mauve ones down here. Do you guys remember? If you remember, let me know. I don't. So I'm pulling these in. I'm gonna get 30 uses out of it, and I think that'd be good. I haven't got my money's use out of this blush set yet, and I would like to. All right, let's move to eyes. I gave myself a bit of a challenge here. So I picked out 4 products that are gonna be extremely hard to go through, but I'm gonna be so proud of myself when I do. The first one is a liquid eyeliner. This is by the brand Jessie's Girl. This is probably one of the oldest products in my collection, and I have been using it. Like, I've been using it now for probably a month. Maybe, was it a month? Something like that. I don't know. This is a great one though. This is a brush tip. I got this in my advent calendar and I liked it enough, and since it was a liquid eyeliner, I continue to use it. I want to use it up. These take forever for me to use up. These are not my main focus. I prefer pencil liners. However, I want to put this in to try and get some use out of it before it goes bad, and I think it will go bad before I actually finish it, so I'm hoping to get some good use out of it in this and maybe use up at least a significant amount before it dries out. I also have put in another eyeliner because I'm crazy. I don't know how to say this brand. It's either Mina, Thrina, or Ina. And it's the Essential Eye Pencil. I picked this up somewhere in Europe, and it is this lavender purple. And I just thought, it's time. If I'm going to do a lavender purple, oh, it actually matches what I'm wearing today. If I'm going to do a lavender purple, I might as well do something fun like that. It's absolutely beautiful shade. I want to use this and I want to love it. And if I don't use it now, it's going to wait a whole summer without being touched. So I'm pulling it in. Again, my goal is not to use up all of this because I know myself, I know my makeup habits. However, I would like to use half of this. If I can use half in 3 months, I'd be so happy. That would be amazing. I'm going to draw it on my sheet so we can see it next month, and I'll like actually draw a line and say like, this is my goal. So hopefully that goes well. We'll see what happens with that one. I also pulled in 2 eyeshadows / glitters. This is the Kaolin Just Mineral Eye Palette in this shade Orchid. I got this from my Ipsy way too long ago. It has been in a previous project pan, however, I'm starting over here a little bit higher. I think that maybe I was a bit ambitious on that, so I drew it a little bit higher so I can get it in there. That's where I see the powder landing right now, so I can't reuse those marks, sorry guys. I'm using this one now, and I would like to use this up. This is one that's going to be so challenging for me. However, I do want to give myself a bit of a challenge. It's got the kind of a foam tip there, and it's so shimmery, it's so bright, it's so vibrant. I thought this would be kind of be fun to try out for summer and use again. I haven't used this in like years. So again, another older product, great for summer. Let's pull it out. I could also use this as a highlight if I wanted to. Then one of my favorite things I have purchased in 2021. This is the e.l.f. Liquid Glitter. I love this. This is in the shade Flirty Birdie. It's such a beautiful shade. It's really like a champagne peach with a pop of silver in there. And it's a straight up liquid glitter. I can put this over top of looks, and it does such a great job of blending through. I also really like the purple one that I purchased. I have 3 of them. And I was debating, do I want this one or the purple one? But since I pulled in that purple line, I was like, nah, I'm gonna do this one. I love it. It's so stunning. It really just brings out my blue eyes, and I'm excited for it. It's just, you know, like the e.l.f. ones are pretty small, but it's only $5. And I well think it's worth that money. I'm excited to give this one a try. Well, I guess more of a try. I've used it multiple times. But there's no progress mark yet on it. I don't know if I'll ever be able to see a progress mark on this. I hope I do though. I did want to put in a hair product because I have a humidity problem. And I thought this would be perfect. I don't remember when or how I got this product, but this is a Living Proof Anti-Frizz Humidity Shield Finishing Hair Spray. This girl definitely needs some humidity proof. Like a humidity shield. So this is supposed to go on after you finished your style. It just holds everything in place. It's supposed to be a light hold, but I need something to help with humidity, and I thought this would be a good one to do. This is just a little travel size. It's 1.8 ounces, but I wish I remembered where I got it from. It's just gonna be fun to play with, right? Like, if I'm gonna use it, I'm gonna use it now when humidity is like 110 every day. I also threw in one of my favorite lotions. This is the Aveda Stress Fix Body Lotion. I just love the scent of this. It has a lot of lavender in it, and it smells absolutely nice and refreshing. And I want to make sure I use something that will moisturize my skin, and I'm going to be outside a lot. Maybe if it's not super hot, I'm going to be out a lot in the morning. You know, it's just, I thought it would be nice to add in. I think I've used this before. Yep. Oh God, that smells so good. I don't know what it is. It's lavender and something, and it just smells like heaven. I'm very excited to use this. I have a couple other lotions open right now, but I am hoping to be able to do this one as well since I'm putting in this project pan. I have like a tan extending lotion too that I thought about putting in, but I think it's just too big. It's like a massive can. I don't know if I'm going to be able to use that in 3 months. But that is where we were at. So I've chosen 11 products to get a lot of use out of in the next 3 months. I have such like hope to get some of these done. I know some of these won't be finished, but I think I've set realistic goals on most of them. We shall see. My goal is always to finish 2/3 of the products I have in here, and I think I can do that, especially with the goals I set, like for the blushes and the powder and things like that. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your summer. Come back and visit me here on YouTube, and happy panning. I'll see you in my next video.